If you are taking a GLP-1, think about this. There is a difference between just losing weight and actually changing your body composition. I've been working with people on GLP-1s for the past year now, and I frequently am seeing the exact same mistakes. And it's not their fault. People are just given the prescription with no guidance on actually how to maximize the results and avoid side effects. And oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy because there's so much going on out there that 100% could be prevented. I'm going to share with you the top 5 mistakes and what to do instead. And number 5 is the one that I really wish more people thought about before they started with their very first shot. I want you to think about it like this. You're in San Francisco at one of the best pizza places in the whole country, and you order this giant slice of delicious pizza, and then you just scrape off all the toppings and only eat the crust. That's basically what's happening if all you're doing is taking a GLP and that is your whole strategy. You're not doing anything else. You're not taking advantage of the full experience, and you could be getting so much more. That's going to lead me right into the mistake I see most often, which is I'm not hungry, so I barely eat. Appetite suppression is not the whole thing. You have to think about everything your body needs. So imagine that you're remodeling your house and someone's sneaking in at night and they're stealing all the lumber, they're stealing all the tools, and now your house is in shambles and you don't have all the pieces to build it back so it's even better than it was before. That's basically what's happening if you're on a GLP and you're not eating enough nutrients. You're not giving your body the supplies and the tools that it needs to actually continue to build and be stronger. And this is where people have those crazy side effects that you hear about. Getting the Ozempic face, hair falling out, like all the stuff people want to avoid when they're all on the GLP-1. And this could be prevented if you're fueling your body the right way. We have to rethink our approach to food. Historically, when you're dieting, you're trying to think, okay, what's the least amount of food I can eat, right? I'm trying to be in a caloric deficit, so I'm trying to eat a lot of food that's going to fill me up, but not necessarily give me a lot of calories. Well, on a GLP, it's the complete opposite. You don't really want to eat. So now you have to think, how much food can I eat and still get enough of the nutrients that I need? How can I get my food to actually work with me a little bit better? Eating less does not mean eating better, which then leads me right into mistake number 2 that people are making, which is not getting enough protein. Now we have to think about every single meal we're eating's got to have protein. How are our snacks? Are they loaded with protein? Protein is one of those foods that actually helps you feel satisfied and fills you up. So a lot of times this is the first one that people forget to eat because they just get full too fast. But it is one of the most important nutrients because on a GLP-1, your body's losing weight. But do you know what weight that is? Do you know, are you losing fat or are you losing muscle? If you're not eating enough protein, I guarantee a lot of that weight is muscle. And that's exactly what we want to avoid happening, especially if you want to come out of the GLP-1 healthier and stronger and more confident, right? That's the whole goal. You don't just want to get smaller and lose weight. Our goal is to come out of this feeling more confident, feeling better in your body, feeling the best you have in years. And the GLP is a tool to help us get there, but it is not the whole package. Protein is muscle insurance. Think about it like a savings account. You can't just keep pulling and pulling from the account. You have to make deposits, and protein is one of those deposits. Second deposit leads us right into mistake number 3, which is not changing how you're exercising. Strength training, lifting weights, this is another deposit into your savings account. This is going to help protect your muscle. Protein is going to give your body the building blocks it needs to build your muscle. Strength training is going to signal your body, this is the tissue that we need to keep. The scale can't tell you what you lost. What we want to focus on with the GLP is losing fat, but not losing muscle. When you strength train and you're lifting weights, this is going to tell your body, keep the muscle, build the muscle. I've worked with clients who've been able to lose 15 pounds of fat because we were strength training 4 times a week and reducing our cardio. We were walking more. She was able to tell her body to keep the muscle but drop the fat. That's way more powerful when you can say, I lost 15 pounds of fat instead of I lost 15 pounds. And you can imagine how much better her body composition looks because she kept her muscle. That's what gives us that nice toned look that so many people are chasing after. It's that muscle. Mistake number 4 is going into not paying attention to the signals from your body and side effects. A lot of people think they're on a GLP-1. It's just normal to be constipated. It's normal to feel nauseous. It's normal to have diarrhea all the time. Guess what? You don't have to live like that. Or they just feel like, oh, I'm just exhausted all the time and it's because I'm on a GLP. This is just how life is now. No, it doesn't have to be that way. Those are signals that you're not getting enough of the nutrients that your body needs. If you can prioritize your hydration, making sure you're getting fiber with every single meal, making sure you're sleeping enough, this will actually help your body feel more energized. It will prevent the hair falling out. It can improve your digestion, and you can actually feel pretty amazing on a GLP if you're focusing on these things and making sure that your body is getting fueled properly. So don't ignore the side effects. Don't feel like you have to live with them. These are signals that it's time to change and focus on something else. Your body's telling you something's not quite right. We need to listen to those signals and then figure out what's going on by prioritizing those smaller things that can make the biggest difference. Appetite suppression still needs nutrition. And the last one, this is the biggest mistake people make that will guarantee that you will gain all of the weight back on after you start a GLP. Number 5, building a GLP body instead of a healthy lifestyle. Imagine you are trying to build a tower out of blocks and there's people all around you who are hucking balls, trying to hit you. They're trying to knock over your tower. And so not only are you like playing defense, trying to protect your tower, you're also trying to build the tower at the same time. Starting a GLP is like throwing up a shield, a protection that's going to block all of those balls that everybody's throwing at you. If you just sit there and are like, cool, nobody's trying to knock over my tower anymore, I don't have to build it, that's like just taking a GLP and doing nothing else. But if you're taking advantage of this opportunity, you're taking advantage of the shield, of that protection to really focus on building your tower and making sure it's perfectly straight. It has a nice, strong foundation, and you're able to give it all of your focus and all of your energy. That's what it should be like on a GLP. You're taking advantage of this amazing tool and the power it is giving you to really focus and nail down your habits. This is when you should be learning how to eat a healthy protein, fiber meals spread throughout the day. You're learning how to snack properly. You're focusing on the strength training and how to properly exercise your body so that you're keeping the muscle. You're building habits into your day that are going to help you, when you're off the GLP-1, maintain your results. You want to look back in 6 months and not just be like, yeah, I lost 30 pounds. Instead, in 6 months, look in the mirror and be like, holy crap, I didn't just lose 30 pounds, but you can actually see my muscle definition now. I'm sleeping better. I am more confident in my body than I have ever been. Doesn't that feel just so much better? Isn't that really what your goal is when you're on a GLP, is to come out of this feeling the best you have in years? This is exactly why I have created a GLP-1 protection system. It's the guide I wish doctors were handing out as they're handing out the medication. It's everything your doctor didn't tell you about how to eat, how to exercise. I have specific workouts in there, so you don't even have to think about what to do. You can just go into the workout library and follow along, or I show you templates on how to actually build and customize your own workouts. I give you meal plans, so you know exactly what to eat. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all the protein ideas and fiber to make it easy. Also, how to handle alcohol and how to get sleep. Injection day protocols to make sure that we're minimizing side effects, and things to do when you have no appetite, when you're feeling nauseous, when you start to feel the medication wearing off before you take your next dose. Check the link down in the comments to get this guide. It's going to be life-changing if you're on the GLP. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you follow this video next, because when you combine what you learned here with what's in this video, then the magic really starts to happen.